Welcome to the Loop Lifestyle Podcast, the #1 podcast for diabetics who want to have their cake pop and eat it too. I'm your mentor, Stephanie Johnson. This podcast is recorded live on Instagram. We cover health, wealth, and relationships, the blueprint for transforming your life. So grab a pen and paper, take some notes. I hope you find some value in the information I'm sharing. Let's get into it. Welcome to Tilt, Transform Your Life Tuesday. I'm your mentor, Stephanie Johnson. I don't know about you, but there's just something about music that really hits me. I really appreciate a well-sung song. I've been watching YouTube videos from thesongbirdtree.com, and I really love how Carrie shares her knowledge and love of music. But I'll be honest, I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but I can be in harmony with my partner, even when we're in conflict. So I'm going to share just how I do that in today's episode. My husband moved across the country just 3 weeks after we had met. We had a long-distance relationship for 5 months, and then we got married. And even though I moved across the country to be with him, much of our relationship was spent long distance due to training and deployments over the next 5 years. Once my husband was stationed in a non-deployable unit, 1 year before he was discharged, we had our son. During this time, we spent a lot more time together. Once he got out of the military, we spent even more time together, and then COVID hit and we spent even more time together. The more time we spent together, the more opportunity we had for conflict. It seemed like every conversation we had turned into a battle of each of us defending our side, no matter what the topic was, even if we both ultimately were in agreement. We would become gridlocked, and it was difficult to find a positive way forward. We weren't experiencing much joy when we were together, and it was damaging our relationship and our morale. The negativity really started to get to me and drag me down to the point where I didn't even want to engage. We love each other and want to not only spend time together, but actually enjoy the time we spent together. So we needed to learn how to manage conflict. So with every topic that came up, our parents, finances, friends, our home projects, whatever it was, we practiced each sharing our dream of what we wanted that particular thing to look like in our life, and the other person listened. We took turns trying to truly understand the vision we had for our life and our family. This was difficult because we each had very different visions since we came from very different childhood backgrounds and experiences. Some of the ideas I shared with my husband, he wasn't even able to fathom because he'd never experienced it before. Not only did we share our dreams, our visions, but we also shared our concerns. We opened up and were vulnerable with each other. We talked about our biggest fears. We shared what made us feel judged, what hurt our feelings, and why. We explained our behaviors that were results of childhood trauma, like my ability to just flip a switch and turn off everything inside, turn off all those feelings that hurt. We had to work through these defenses so that we could find a way to work together in a way that felt good for both of us. It was always easier to pretend that everything was okay when we were out in public, but back in the car, things would turn uglier. We had to work to make the new skills that we learned of listening and communicating effectively second nature. And I have to say that my husband has excelled in that area. He has become very adept at diffusing difficult conversations and situations, which has led me to be able to open up and engage more emotionally, to leave that switch turned on more often than not. I will always appreciate the hard work that we both put into our relationship, that we both put into making each other feel safe, to building trust and sharing this life with each other. If your relationship is on the rocks, you don't have to go through it alone. Fill out an application at the link in my bio on Instagram at the_cranky_panky, and I'll reach out to see if I can help. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Tilt, Transform Your Life Tuesday. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a great night, and we'll chat soon. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I appreciate you very much. If you love this episode, please take a screenshot and share it on your social media. Tag me at the_cranky_panky for Instagram and at @thecrankypanky for Facebook. You can find the application for mentoring at the link in my Instagram bio at the_cranky_panky. Get your application in, we'll have a chat and see if the Have Your Cake Pop and Eat It Too program is right for you. Until next time, stay in the loop.